Let's go.
Let's
You
go.
already know this is about to be a fun show, boy. Y'all know who this is next to me, man. My sidekick, my partner in life, the move to my mint,
You said
my better half, the other half of my soul is what I call her. She's the better half of my soul, guys. It's my partner, my best friend, man, my wife, Miss Kat Melendez Harris. What's up, baby?
Hey,
What's
glad
going
to be
on?
here. Thanks for having
You
me.
already know, man. You already know, man. It's a
I'm
family
excited.
affair. It's a
Let's
family
go.
affair. I had to bring you in because one is, it's your birthday weekend. It's your
Yes,
birthday
yes,
weekend.
yes.
Born on
Respect,
Love Month,
salute.
Love Week. You know what I mean? What's up, man? What's up? What's up, Corey? What's up? Yo. The tribe is joining in. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all let us know y'all here. Comment, man. Let us know y'all in the building. Y'all already know, man. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic, guys. I can promise you that, man. Because here is what we focus in on, guys. Is this your first time joining us? We focus in on real strategy, backed by real people, real stories, real results, man. No fluff, no hype, just what actually work. You know what I mean? So if you here to execute, you here to learn, you here to actually build a business and build something that's going to be able to be passed down to generations to come, you're in the right
Yes,
place, man. So my
absolutely.
goal by the end of this show, our goal by the end of this show is to hopefully leave you with some tools and some information that's going to help you to do just that. So with that being said, guys, let's get rocking and rolling, man. Today we're going to talk about how to build $1 million real estate business step by step. Now you may say, "Hey, Rob, look, I ain't looking to have $1 million business right now. I'm just looking to get a couple hundred grand. I'm just looking to touch six figures." Then you're in the right place. You say, "Rob, I'm looking to just get my first couple deals off the ground. I just needed, 2, 3 deals a month." You're in the right place because everything we're going to talk about today is going to help you to do just that, man. So, yeah, man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share the channel, guys, because man, we want to be a blessing to you guys as well as others, man. So,
Yes.
make sure y'all go over to the YouTube channel and make sure, man. I know we streaming live from Facebook, Instagram, and
YouTube.
YouTube. But YouTube is where y'all want to be, man, because it helps me to get to know y'all. You see how when people pop up, like my man Rock, my man. When people pop, I know the names because they over there. You know what I mean? Well, first of all, I do life with Rock. Rock actually been a guest on the show. That's our brother right there, man. That's our brother. But we need y'all to comment, man. We need y'all to make sure that y'all leave us some feedback because we need y'all to help us to help y'all.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And if y'all don't share y'all feedback, y'all leave the comments. We here for y'all, man. We here to help y'all to go and grow. So ultimately, we're gonna jump right into this, guys. We're gonna do this is what we're gonna talk about today, man. Rob, you can share that slide of the overview of what we're going to discuss today, guys. We're going to talk about how to build this empire that is going to be worth passing down for generations to come. So what we talking about today, babe? We're going to tap into how to build $1 million real estate business blueprint, guys, step by step. All right. A business is a machine, right? It's a conveyor belt. And once you figure out the steps to this thing, you unstoppable. You hear what I'm saying? You are unstoppable, guys. So number one, we're going to talk about lead generation. We're going to talk about pre-qualifying, analyzing deals and follow-up, offers, exit strategies, buyers, closings. We talked about that in the last joint with my TC. Talked a lot about closings. How to build a team, KPIs, and money management, guys.
And scale.
And how to scale. All right. That's the overview, man, because if you can master the machine, guys, you can control your income. You hear what I'm saying? Like once you crack the code and figure out that this thing is all systems, tools, consistency.
Yes.
Exactly. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yes.
Like it's nothing new under the sun, man. People that's built, rather it's A 7-figure business, 8-figure business, guys, they didn't get there by accident. You can pull it down now, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get there by accident, guys. They basically figured out what works. And once you figure out what works, you rinse and repeat. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Once it become a proven concept, if you can do it one time, you can do it twice. Once it become a proven concept, if you do it 2 times, you can do it 4 times. And then once you really crack the code, when you realize that real estate ain't nothing but a number game.
Yes, it is.
It's nothing but a number game, man.
Numbers.
You know what I mean? So again, guys, if you just joining us, man, welcome back to the Rob Van Harris Show, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. We're about to go ahead and build up this empire. And before you can build up an empire, you got to build a sturdy foundation, guys. You know that. You know that. So with that being said, man, we're going to jump right into it, guys. All right. So step 1, lead generation. You got to fuel the machine. No leads, no business. No lead, no business. So let's talk about some of the way we can generate leads, baby.
Well, you can a free way you can generate leads. You can use Facebook Marketplace, Zillow. You can go on Zillow and look at properties that have been sitting on the market. You can call agents and make offers to real estate agents who have properties that are sitting. Facebook Marketplace, you may have like for sale by owners that are listing properties. Also just other wholesalers, wholesalers, you can do joint ventures with them. So driving for dollars.
And you don't necessarily have to pay for the machines, the apps. It's a bunch of driving for dollar apps that we talk about here on the show, like driving for dollars, deal machine, batch driven.
Batch leads.
Batch driven, batch leads. Well, batch leads is a system where you skip trace and stuff.
Okay,
but batch driven is the actual app. So you can pay for these apps, right? However, man, before all of those apps even came out, guys, I had a little yellow notepad. And I used to go driving around the neighborhood. And I used to write the address down in the notepad. And I used to take it back to a True People. That's where my wife came in at, truepeoplesearch.com.
Yeah, True People Search.
And we would skip trace, get the numbers, and we would call them and say, hey, came across your property located at 123 Main Street. See that the grass was a little overgrown and stuff like that. I'm just curious. Are you interested in selling that house? Kind of catch me up to speed. I'm interested in selling it. And then the conversation will go from there, guys. I'm telling you, our first deal happened our first big deal, should I say, our first deal that we can actually label as a wholesale deal here in Atlanta came from a neighbor that came right out of their house, right?
Yeah, came right from the listing across the street. You were listing the property, and there was a house across the street that was abandoned, and it was how the grass was overgrown and it was unkept. So like that's the first sign that we knew that it was obviously vacant. And and the neighbor had she came outside. I was telling Rob, I was like, man, what's that property right there? And he was like, he wasn't paying it any attention. He wasn't really interested because he was listing a house and that's where he was focused. But I just heard in my heart that was going to be our first investment property. And I said that to him. I was like, that's our first investment property. Remember I said that?
You did.
And the lady came out of the house. The next door neighbor came out and she actually asked us like, hey, do you guys want to buy that house?
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, we want to buy the house. And she was like, well, I know the son and the daughter of the person who used to live there, and I can give you their phone number. We called them, and that's how we, one thing led to another. And that's what led to our first wholesale deal. We wholesaled that deal for,
we actually purchased it because we had to utilize our own money.
Right. First.
But we bought it for I think $11,000 or something like that.
Right. That's like all we had at the time. But if it's,
but
in that case, we actually had it at that time. You know what I mean?
Because here's the thing. What happened was during that time, we had just got money from someone. Right.
Exactly.
And then gifted to us.
Right.
So the guy wouldn't allow pass-through funding. Now, mind you, we had just came out of a bad spot. Now, this was during the time we had just came out of the hotel, living in the hotel. This is us trying to get back on our feet. This is me, buying, taking my little money that I was getting from selling couches. If y'all watched the whole podcast we did from flipping couches to flipping houses, right? We was flipping couches. Me and Cass was up lifting couches.
Hey, look, I keep saying I was so strong back then. Like
my baby was up there lifting couches.
I had muscles at that time. And like it was just you and me too, lifting those couches.
Me and you, baby.
Flipping couches.
And you was going to the VA, working by day.
Yep.
I was up lead generating every day, calling sellers from Zillow leads. And one day my wife was like, yo, we had this table set inside the garage because we was getting free furniture off of Facebook Marketplace. The furniture our house, to be real with you. You know what I mean? So we just had extra stuff. She was like, look, we need to get all that stuff out the garage. We ended up selling this table for like $400 and something, right?
Right.
I was like,
something we got for free.
Yo, did we just don't make
profit.
Like $450 off of a table?
Yeah.
She was like, I told you.
You had to be resourceful. I'm huge on that. Like, I am not big on people making excuses. I'm not like a big excuse maker because I just believe that you just have to be resourceful. Like whatever you're trying to get done, you need to be resourceful, whether it be if you know how to cook, right? Yep. You lose whatever you have in a financial situation, you know how to cook, sell platters. Yep. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just believe in being resourceful. And at that time, that's all we had furniture we were getting for free. We were putting it back on Craigslist and making like 100% profit.
400 here, 400 there, 500 there. We started getting couches from off of Facebook. We were just paying our bills, just flipping couches. And then, we got that off the ground, got that first $30,000 deal, and we was off to the races from there.
So the $30,000 deal came from the investment property that the lady had told us about across from his listing that we were mentioning earlier. So that's how we were convinced.
That was 100% profit because we didn't pay for no apps, no driving for dollars apps.
Yes.
No PPC. Yes. No mailers. We didn't do no advertisement. Like it was just like that was God.
It was divine.
That was divine.
Honestly, it was divine because I did actually pull up to that. We did pull up to that property. And then neighbor came out and was like, I was like, that's our house. And she was like, do you want that house? So that really did happen, guys. So
she just talked about free ways, guys. Mm-hmm. Let's recap. Driving for dollars, you can write the addresses down. Overgrown grass, gutters hanging down, all of that stuff,
you'll
guys.
See all the signs.
Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, wholesalers, you know what I mean? Tapping in with wholesalers from them groups. Tapping in with the other investors, agents, guys. Agents to this, we won't get into that in a minute. Yes. Agents and referrals.
Yeah.
Let your family and them know you in the business.
Yes, let your family and them know you're in the business. One thing I will say about driving for dollars, though, like we were speaking about earlier, is you will see all the signs that the property is in distress, like we spoke about. But one thing you could do, and I've heard a lot of people have success with this, is like leave a little note in the mailbox and just say, hey, it's such and such, give me a call. Like you don't have to tell them why, but you just say, give me a call. Then when they call, you start the conversation and see if there's a possibility that they're looking to sell. I mean, that's a free way to
we're just giving game
market
to
yourself.
And guess what? Here is a tip. Here's a quick tip for the agents, guys. The agents that's listening to this, do open houses. Mm-hmm. Do open houses for other people's listings, right? You get in the area, you get flyers, right? And then you go market to the neighborhood. And every door that you're knocking on, you're inviting them to the open house that you're going to have on Saturday or Sunday. And guess what? You ask them why you got them at the door. Hey, while I'm here, you don't mind me? Well, first, I wanted to invite you down the street. We're going to be having an open house. We're going to have some light refreshments. We'd love for you and your family to come by. Right? My name Rob Harris.
Yes,
neighborhood.
That's first listing.
That's how I got my first listing, guys. Named Rob Harris. I'm actually a neighborhood realtor. We'll be down the street. Doing an open house. We're gonna have light refreshments. We'd love for you to come by. Oh, yeah, let me see. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we definitely gonna come by. Oh, okay, great. Look forward to seeing you. Look, while I have you, do you mind me asking? Do you know anybody else in the neighborhood that may be looking to sell? And you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
You will be surprised how many people say yes, me. And that's how I got my first listing.
It sure was.
Doing that. Just door knocking.
Doing
open houses for other people.
Yes.
Just don't give y'all
so agents
free.
do not sleep on that strategy because it still works. And I think we just want everything to kind of come to us nowadays, especially because we have social media and we're able to text and things like that. But nothing beats that in-person interaction. Nothing. You know what I mean? And that still works. It still works, and it is alive and well. And it's a free way to start marketing yourself and making some big money in this business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if you want to pay for marketing and you want to pay for it, I mean, it's a lot of ways, right? You could do PPC. That's expensive.
What is
pay per click?
Oh, pay per click.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can, that's incoming traffic. That means they're calling you. That means that somebody is willing, ready, and able to sell their house. And usually the first person they call, if that person is an assassin over the phone, they go on with that person because that person is ready.
And that's from a Google search, right?
Yeah.
The pay-per-clicks come through Google searches.
Google search.
The seller is online searching.
Pay for lead.
How can I sell my house fast in Atlanta or whatever state you're in? However, that is a very costly strategy.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
but it is also very rewarding as well because the leads, you get way more profit from, what we know, our research, you're going to get way more profit on that, but you will be putting your coins,
Absolutely.
Your coins down.
Absolutely. It costs money, guys. It costs money. You could do direct mailers. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Zach. You could do direct mailers, right? That thing is the grandfather of this thing. Like people have been doing direct mailers, and then when all the new systems start coming out, they stopped. But the OGs, I know people right now killing it with direct mail.
Yeah, because everyone reads their mail.
They killing it with direct mail.
Everyone's going to open their mailbox, not necessarily that text message, because now the text messages are over. Your text messages now look like your email inbox.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's texting me anymore. And then also the carriers a lot of the phone carriers are blocking the messages as well. So nothing is going to beat that direct letter.
Yeah,
that direct mail letter. That's right.
Yeah. So then you have cold calling, right? We have all the type of cold systems out here. You have Mojo. These are just a few to name. We have smartphone without the they spell it SMRT phone, right? And then you have Batch Leads have a calling system.
There's so many systems.
There's so many systems,
just Google
guys.
Cold calling phone systems.
So many.
Pick the cheapest system because they're all out there.
They all out there. And then SMS. SMS is a tool that we still utilize here in our business to this day, and it works like a charm.
Yeah, it does.
It works
for sure
like a charm. I've been D for D in calling, but haven't locked anything up yet on cold calls. Are you running numbers live or just gathering info first? My man, Mauricio, great question. That's my guy right there, man.
Yeah.
Good dude.
What's
Let
up?
you take it first.
Are you asking if we are running numbers tonight?
No, he mean like, do you run numbers live, like on site? Because Mauricio, correct me if I'm wrong. You like when we're driving for dollars, I see an abandoned house. I take the numbers. I'm taking the address. You asking me, am I running numbers on that house while I'm there on the block, taking the information, rather I'm writing it down or putting it into my app? I want to make sure I answer your message correctly, because I'm pretty sure that the audience is going to benefit from this as well. But if I'm assuming that he's saying when I skip trace through PropStream. Okay. So no, we're not doing no underwriting. We're not running no numbers. You gonna skip trace, right? All the people that you're putting inside that app, Mauricio, because I know you're utilizing an app, right? You're gonna put all your people inside the app, right? Inside the Deal Machine app. You know how you used to do, because Mauricio we used to have a driving for dollars business. Mauricio used to be actually one of our drivers. So he knows this. Like we used to do 200 each driver a day. So we used to have about 1,000, 1,200 by the end of the week. We would skip trace that whole list. Guys, we're not underwriting nothing until we get a yes, I'm willing to sell my house.
Yeah.
Don't do too much research. Don't do too much underwriting. Don't do any of that stuff until you get on the phone with a motivated seller,
right,
that's willing, ready, and able to sell first. Once you get the yes, once you get that person on the phone that's ready to sell, then you go ahead and start doing your underwriting. And we want to talk about that in just a minute here, Mauricio. Hey, Rob, take that lock off of that for me, man. So, Mauricio, great question. So, yeah, guys, that's a paid system. So, you SMS, we use a system called, and I talk about this a lot. We use a system called E as in E, Z as in zoo, easy texting. Now, again, they cracking down on a lot of the text messaging systems.
Yeah.
So it's like more so you got to be very careful and make sure that you get it set up right. You know what I mean? But all of these systems, right? Every text SMS system, they have tutorials, guys. They have videos. They have help. You can call in chats from the app. You can call and chat with them. They do everything for you for the most part. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they do pretty much, they get you set up. So you just got to choose which one that's suitable for you. You know what I mean? That's user friendly, whichever one you want. But do the research. Check them all out, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We gonna go ahead and tap into. All right. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and keep it going, guys. So step one, lead generation. No leads, no business. All right. Hands down. It's just that simple.
Of the biggest, lead generation on this journey to wealth. You have to keep those leads coming.
No leads, no. And here is the thing, guys. Like we're gonna talk about like the systems and everything that we're talking about, like your daily activity. You need a tracker. Mm-hmm. In most of these apps, if you really have a little bit of money, either you're gonna have a whole lot of time or a little bit of money, right? So we just gave you the free route. But if you have a little bit of money, I would invest into like a Driving for Dollars app, mm-hmm. right? Because you can track the activity, which we refer to as KPIs, key performance analysis. Your key performance analysis, right? So it's one of those things where it's like you track your KPIs and then you want to basically be able to track those KPIs, meaning that if you're putting, let's say, 100 people inside of the app, mm-hmm. and you're reaching out to those 100 people, you may only get out of those 100 people, let's say 50, 60 of them that answer the phone. That's contacts. So dials and contacts are two totally different things. Now you want to find out how many contacts, let's just say it's 50%. How many of those contacts gave me a yes? Mm-hmm. You may need 50 just to get one yes, right? You may need 100 just to get one yes. But if you're not tracking that, you're never going to know. That's why I say real estate is a number game. You must track your numbers, guys. So find out what that number is. Again, it may be 100, it may be 50, but let's just say it's 50 to 1. You get one yes. You send the contract. After you send that contract, right? You then go ahead and then now I got to get 50 people on the phone and have talk about real estate with these 50 people, mm-hmm. for me to get one signed contract. Now, here's the thing. That one signed contract may fall through. So you need to do something as quickly as possible to find out how to get to at least 2 signed contracts. Because 1 out of 2 gonna fall through. Am I right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
1 out of 2 is definitely gonna fall through.
So track your KPIs, guys. Track your KPIs. All right. And then know your cost per lead. You know what I mean? If it's costing you for that app $100 a month, but you get one deal and you make $10,000, then it costs you $100 to make 10. That's an infinity, guys. That's an infinity return on your investment. Real talk. Mm-hmm. That's over 100% return on your investment. All right. Track your numbers. And then CRMs. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about CRMs a little bit. Like I know back in the day, I think we've always had a CRM.
Always. I mean, because a lot of the phone systems already had them within the system, mm-hmm. the phone system. So we've always had a CRM. I mean, you're incapable of, your follow-ups of Absolutely. Like your notes and everything that's happened and taken place for, with each of your contacts without having a CRM system to keep all that information all in one place. So,
yeah. And we use Podio.
Yes, we use
Podio, but we went to Fiverr and got it customized.
Yes.
From a young lady there. I can't even remember her name, but she did a great job, man. And she customized it, meaning that we have a team now. So all of the calls from our team are recorded. Mm-hmm. All of the text messages are recorded. Like everything everything goes through the phone systems are recorded within our CRM. So it's easy for us being the overseers, Catherine and I, to track everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And as you grow, you want to make sure you're doing that. Okay. And we're going to talk a little bit more as to why. All right. So let's keep it rolling, guys. Step 2 through 3, pre-qualify, analyze, follow up. All right. Let's talk about that a little bit. So let's talk first about pre-qualify. Why are they selling? What's the motivation, right?
Mm-hmm.
We call these the 4 pillars: timeline, condition, price, right? Motivation, timeline, condition, price. You want to find this out. When you're talking to that person, they say, yeah, I want to sell my house. There's nothing wrong with asking, you don't mind me asking, is there a reason why you're selling the house? You know, they may be like, hey, I got a job opportunity. I need to move out of town. You know what I mean? And I want to close as quickly as possible. That's why I would rather sell to an investor versus to listen with a real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
They may have all the time in the world, right? And don't want to deal with investors and want retail value. Because as investors, we can't buy, if a property is worth 200, we can't buy it at 200.
Right.
That's why you need to build relationships with real estate agents, because you could make a referral to that real estate agent
Mm-hmm.
and get a referral fee if you're a licensed agent, though. If you're an investor, you know what I mean? I know investors that have partnerships with real estate agents, this and that. I'm not saying that's the legal way to do it, but if you want to get actual compensation from broker to broker, you need to have a license. You know what I mean? You need to have a license, guys. And then, and here's the thing. I'm telling you right now, all this that we're giving you, I would recommend getting a license. All my sons we sent all our sons to go get their license.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained to y'all in one of my episodes that I just now did, the exit strategy that's better than wholesaling as to why. Look, based off all the research I'm doing, a lot of the wholesaling game, guys, I think like they're going to put a lot of regulation in place in the next 5 years in all states, in all 52 states. It's going to be almost impossible to conduct wholesaling without a license, man. So just know you heard it here first. I ain't trying to throw no salt in your wound, and I ain't trying to say, well, Rob, we learned all this work, because you gonna grow.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get you how to get at the bag now. This is people doing this every day. There's nothing. People talk wholesaling is illegal. Guys, don't listen to those fools, man.
No.
Come on, guys. I didn't have attorneys.
Illegal.
I didn't have attorneys on here and everything, guys. It's perfectly legal. Stop playing with me, man.
Yeah, but wholesaling is everyone wholesales.
Everyone.
I mean, if you go to Costco, if you go, if they're all wholesalers,
lenders,
right? I mean, lenders, they wholesale your mortgages. They sell your mortgage. So
you ever notice when you purchase a house, about 2 months later, you get an email and a letter in the mail saying that somebody else is now your servicing company?
Mm-hmm.
Wholesale.
They wholesaled it.
The shirt on your back, wholesale.
Right. And that's why it's just it blows my mind, because lack of knowledge is really out here destroying the mind.
It's ignorance.
Absolutely. And I also, when you mentioned real estate, I thought it was amazing that we did send the boys to get their real estate licenses, because it is becoming illegal to wholesale without being licensed. And also, I think it's a good thing that if you don't know anything about real estate, to go to real estate school, just so you can learn the terminology, just so you can get that very base level of what this business looks like. And I really do think it's beneficial. I thought there was a lot of gurus that were speaking against it, and it's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of money to get your real estate license. Don't do that. And it's funny because now it's illegal in certain states to do it, and people without having your license, and people are they were out of business when that happened. When that regulation was, when it was passed in certain states, those people could no longer get their money. So now they're being set back and having to go to school, right? Because they were listening to some guru that said it was a waste of time. Yep. It's not a waste of time for you to learn real estate laws and things like that. It's actually very beneficial, and knowledge is power.
Yep.
I think now I feel like knowledge is power. So why not?
I totally agree. It's already illegal in about 7 to 8 states.
Yes. And it's already
going down.
It's going fast.
It's already going down, guys.
Yep.
So, and here is the thing too, man. Statistically, I read something, I think it was from Batch Leads. Statistically, in 2023, there were 80,000 wholesalers. Do y'all know how many it is now?
I feel like you tell me this number several times.
I said it on here before. Anybody guess and tell me how many wholesalers is in the game right now? It was 20. It was over 80,000 in 2023. It's less than 10,000 right now, guys. It's less than 10,000.
Yes, well, you know
the pandemic put people out of commission. You hear what I'm saying? All this regulation, all the mandate that kicked in, poof, people folded.
Yeah.
And they folded like paper.
Yeah.
And they're gone. It's more now. Look, it's more feasible now. Like it's open. I mean, the getting is for the getting right now, guys. It's no better time to be in this business. The competition have left the building, guys.
Because the market shifted.
The market shifted.
The market shifted. So back in 2021, 2022, 2023, it was like smoking hot. Like everybody was trying to get into this business.
Interest rates dropped at an all-time low.
Yeah, but they were selling, wholesaling was a big thing because it was not hard to wholesale. I mean, it was not hard to make money, but the market shifted.
Yeah.
And once that market shifted, it became you had to be strong. You had to be strong. You had to have your knowledge, and you had to have your buyers in place and things like that. Because if not, because people just they weren't even really doing like flipping like that anymore. No. They were dropping out of the game. So who were you going to sell to?
And everybody back then too was just selling mainly to a few hedge funds. Yeah. It was like 2 hedge funds that was just buying up everything. They was buying stuff that just didn't even make sense. They was buying stuff at like, $20,000 over what it was even worth. It was crazy.
One hedge fund that you know of that they were going crazy?
Tiber Capital.
Tiber Capital. You could sell them anything. They were
everybody was balling. Everybody was a guru. I seen it. It was crazy, man. Everybody was doing photo shoots. People was doing their first 5-6 deals and was putting out coaching programs. People that I knew. I'm like, dude, sis, you only sold maybe 6 houses. How are you coming up? How do you have students? It was crazy. Yeah. Everybody was a guru. And I said, watch this. This is about to end bad. This is about to end bad. And guess what? That hedge fund crashed and burned. They ain't even around no more.
Well, I know they stopped buying for sure. Like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, they completely stopped buying.
Completely. So a lot of people who were selling to that particular hedge fund, that was their only exit strategy in this game. And
here is the thing: is so many other hedge funds, but people are lazy.
Right.
Let me drop something on you guys real quick. Yo, LinkedIn, guys, is a powerful tool.
Yes, it is.
Y'all worried about IG and TikTok and all that stuff. Let me tell you, LinkedIn is a multi-million-dollar connect. The funds is there. We still sell. Our company sells the funds, guys, to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're buying. You know what I mean? That's why company like ours can sell. We it ain't no secret. We tell you, we have a wholesaling department. Yes, Catherine and I fix and flip. Yes, we have co-living properties and all of this stuff, but we still wholesale.
We do all things real estate.
Yeah,
if you are anyone who's anybody in this business and you're really doing numbers, you do all. All of them do. They do it too.
The big companies, anybody that's basically has scaled a company and that's doing real numbers, they all wholesale, guys. Don't be fooled. All right. So pre-qualifying, don't waste your time. We went over that. This was step 2 through 3. All right. Qualifying, analyzing, follow up. All right. We talked about the 4 pillars. Then let's talk about analyzing a deal. You want to pull your comps, determine your ARV, estimate repairs, calculate your MAO, your maximum allowable offer. Okay, so what that look like? If it's one thing I would recommend you get good at, it's this first one, pulling and running comps.
Yes.
Like pulling and running comps, guys. If you can master that, you can make an endless amount of money in this game. If you don't take out the time to master running comps, you need to find somebody or bring somebody within your team that will know how to master that skill.
Yeah. Or you just need to go and do the homework and start learning that yourself, because I don't like depending on other people.
I'm talking about like as a
maybe like a partnership
or just like a
someone is already doing it.
Yeah, just like teaming up with agents, guys. You know what I mean? Like relationships. We always talk about relationship building. Team up with other investors who's doing it. You know what I mean? You should be going to networking events. You should be teaming up with agents, man. Like 80, no, not even 80. It used to be 85, but now it's about like probably 95% of our business are other agents.
Oh yeah, our business, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So what I'm saying is just finding that person that can help, that can bring that skill set to the table. Really, Catherine is right. You really just want to buckle down. If you're the visionary of the company, if you're the visionary, if you're the breadwinner, you need to know how to run numbers.
Absolutely. And there are so many like videos on YouTube.
Oh, absolutely.
If you just sit and you watch those videos, do you have comping videos?
I
don't think you do, but I did.
I did a comp video. Yeah, I did a what's that video, Rob, we did where I did the comp breakdown? Wholesaling Blueprint. The Wholesaling Blueprint. I tell y'all how to comp and everything on there.
Okay, you tell them the formula.
I tell them the formula.
Well, there are actually videos that also other videos that these people are just investors are just sitting there and going over deals and going over the numbers and how much work the property needs and you know and you know what I mean. So that's what you need to do to really learn this business, as far as learning what, because you may be trying to sell something, but you don't even know what it's really worth. You may have offered too much money, right? You may have offered that seller too much, and now you can't sell it to anyone because you didn't really understand the value of the property. So that's important. Yeah, I think that's like more important than, in my opinion.
We live in out one major part of this though. Like, even if they haven't mastered numbers, if you're looking to wholesale, you're an agent that's really looking to scale, go to your buyer. If you have a lead, bring it to somebody like me that do know numbers and have a team that don't do nothing but underwrite all day and ask us how much we're willing to pay for the deal. And we'll give you the number. So if you can basically get it for 200, I may tell you I'll buy it for 225. You just now made $25,000. From just basically bringing the deal to a real buyer with real money and basically being able to ask them, hey, Rob, Catherine, how much would you pay for this deal?
Yes.
No, it's real.
I mean, that is good. That's great.
I mean, that's what we do every day.
You don't want your inbox being filled up with a bunch of properties that are like, that don't make any sense. Not us personally, because we have a lot of, inboxes as it is, like with leads and stuff. We appreciate it, but we would love to look at actual deals, right? Yeah. But you're right when you say there are people out here that will help you and be like, hey, I will pay this for that property. And they don't necessarily have as much inflow as Rob and I have in volume of emails of leads. That will definitely give you that number. Yeah. If you're doing the work though, and you really want to send your deals to real buyers with real money, guys, offers at thekingdomrealty.com. We'll link that at the end. We just bought 3 deals off of this, utilizing this same strategy. We bought, somebody just locked up a property and I seen the HUD because the closing attorney sent it to us by accident. They didn't even mean to, but 260 something, 267, and we purchased it for 290. There you go. You know what I mean? So guys, it's just that simple. They just sent us another one. Hey, where y'all need to be at on this one? But they know how to run numbers somewhat because the wife is an agent. So I'm just saying, just invest in the skill set. Follow-ups. So we talked about it again. Here it is, three pillars. Here, three layers again. Pre-qualify, analyze, follow-ups. You want to follow up. The power is in a follow-up. Somebody give you a maybe, not now, but maybe in a few weeks, maybe in a few months. You want to make sure that you schedule to follow up with that person. Oh, yes, for sure. Follow up when you're supposed to follow up. All right, follow up. The power is in the follow up. If you start getting these leads, whether you buying leads, whether you driving for dollars, whether you doing direct mail, you will get a lot of leads. But most people miss out on the
the big bucks because they don't follow up. They follow up game is whack. You got to follow up. Am I lying?
I mean, fundamentally, in sales, you have to follow up. In any sales business, that is like number one. Like, follow up for
Absolutely.
sure. For sure. I mean, hey, think about it. Like, if there's a girl that you like, right?
Absolutely.
And she may not give you any attention at first, right?
Absolutely.
Fellas or ladies, say he may not give you attention at first. But what you gonna do? You just gonna let it go, or you just gonna try to follow up, right? You're gonna keep following up and following up, and you just may get that yes one day. That I'll go out on a date with you. I'll go to the movies with you.
I love that analogy, baby.
Don't give up.
With you, boo.
Don't give up.
I had to follow up with my baby.
Don't give up.
You know, up.
Sure did.
I bagged it, y'all. I got it. I bagged it. Yeah, I had to follow up. What you doing?
Where you at?
Where you at? What you doing? Where you at? Well, you got plans. Look, we was on that. Seriously, we was on it. So no, guys. All right. So look, let's talk about step 4, exit strategy and negotiation. Recognizing opportunities. We just talked about that. You need to recognize an opportunity. The only way you're going to know that is by running numbers and knowing how to run numbers, right? And then it just become like clockwork. Mm-hmm. Once you understand numbers, you will understand what you're looking at when it crosses your desk. Building strong relationships with agents. Again, networking with wholesalers. We went over all this. You can pay for, opportunities. When we're talking about opportunities, right? Like you can get these opportunities, but you need to recognize. So you can get them from agents. You can get them from other wholesalers and or investors. You can get them from lists like probate lists, a vacant property list, tired landlords. It's so many pillars, guys, to that. Like in all these systems like PropString, like Mauricio just talked about, have a list of motivation there that you can click on and just pull a list and call the buyer. Mm-hmm. Or call the seller, I'm sorry. All right. So know your exit before you offer. Know your exit before you offer. Are you going to wholesale it? Are you going to hotel it? Are you going to fix and flip it? And I don't recommend nobody doing fix and flipping until you've mastered the skill of wholesaling first, because I've watched so many people want to get into fix and flipping. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, I've watched so many people get destroyed from wanting to be a fix and flipper. And they'll be doing, I watch this so much, man. People be having a steady flow, 2, 3, 4 wholesale deals a month. And then out of nowhere, I talk to him. I'm like, yeah, what you up to, bro? You know, how you been, man? Yeah, man. You know, I got a project over there I'm doing next to one of yours, man, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, you fixing and flipping? Yeah, you fixing and flipping. And I've watched it destroy people because you really have to be very analytical. You have to be dialed into your numbers, have to be systematic, man. You have to have people in your team, inside your team that can basically keep you hold you accountable. I mean, you got to make sure contractors are difficult to find.
Yes.
Material is expensive right now, and especially more now than ever. Ever since the pandemic hit, guys, material's been expensive. It's more expensive now than ever. And I'm just watching it put so many people out of business. I personally don't do full renovations no more. Mm-hmm. If y'all been watching me on social media and keeping up with us, guys, we don't do full renovations no more.
Not full renovations, no.
We do cosmetic renovations. Stuff that we can get in and out of in 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's just easier. It's just easier. You know, we're trying to save. We're at the age now. We're trying to save more time. We're trying to save our time more than anything, right? The money's great, but we try to find ways to make money faster, right? Mm-hmm. And if not the same amount of money you would make on a flip or more. And, you know, it's a lot less time consuming. And then just also like with the quick flips, the one we did on Britley Park. Yeah. If you don't know anything about design, or you don't know, because that was a quick flip for us, a property we did in Woodstock. It was a quick flip for us. And there were other properties on the market when we took that one down.
Mhm.
It was
Like
a quick
four.
flip.
Like 4 or 5.
We went in. We knew the numbers. We went in. We did the design. We updated all the fixtures. We did all the important aesthetics, right? And we went under contract and sold faster than all those houses.
I mean, we was under contract in a week.
In a week.
Here is my saying: you want to be the best for less.
Yeah.
You want to be the best for less.
Had the prettiest
we
product.
had the best house in the subdivision for less.
We listed it for less.
You know what I mean? Not extremely less. You know what I mean? Not nothing to where we're hurting the property value in the area.
Right.
But for less. And ours was the best. Respectfully, like not even trying to be arrogant or anything like that. But people said it. It was like, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all knew how to get this thing done. Yeah. I was there one time. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, we did our thing, guys. So
you'd be surprised how people just don't. Those little things,
they don't pay attention.
Updating fixtures and stuff like that, or maybe painting cabinets and changing out the hardware on the cabinets. They skip these steps and they still think that they can get, this. It's crazy to me because you have to put yourself in the buyer's shoes in those situations.
Yeah, putting stainless steel appliances in, swapping out the carpet for LVP. See, this is the stuff where I'm saying, if you're not somebody to where you're really like, I wouldn't personally, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't start flipping until I had at least $300,000 in the savings.
Yes.
I'm dead serious.
That thing, you're going to put you out of business.
I'm dead serious. I'm serious.
On the right, yeah.
Like,
put you out of business.
We purchased, we got stuff to this day. We got a property right now. Guys, being totally transparent with y'all that we ain't even get around to getting to yet. There's just doing nothing but just we paying the mortgage on it every month. We took it over sub to it, needed a full rehab, but we doing so much. We got so much going on. We haven't even gotten around to doing it yet. And we've had the property for over a year. People go out of business this way, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My contractors got locked up. You dig what I'm saying? Is this a quick flip? Sorry, just tuning in. Is this a quick flip? Which property are you referring to, Shar?
Yeah,
this is more. I think more so her question is like, is this like a quick flip podcast? We're more so talking about everything from A through Z, step by step, on how to scale a real estate business. Mainly, how to start with wholesaling. That's what this podcast is based on today. Shar is a returning member. I know Shar. That's my people right there.
Shar.
You know what I mean? That's my people. All right. So again, know your exit strategy before you go. Know your exit strategy before you make the offer. Is it going to be a wholesale, hotel, fix a flip, buy and hold, a creative exit? Is it going to be a sub 2 owner finance? What you going to do? If you're going to take it down, you're going to turn it into a co-living property, Airbnb. Airbnb is out the window now. I'm telling you, I don't do Airbnbs. You heard it here first.
And if you know us and you followed us for a while, our journey, we've had Airbnbs.
Yeah.
No, it's not where it's at anymore.
Don't do it. Guys, right now, I guess I told y'all it was 80,000 investors. I'm sorry, wholesalers in the game in 2023. It's under 10 now. Guys, the competition have left the building. Yeah. You all you got to do is follow these steps that I'm giving you here on this very here channel. You're going to eat. I promise you. Follow these steps. A through Z, you're going to eat. All right. So, presenting the offer, becoming a great underwriter. We talked about that. Offer multiple options. We usually offer a cash option, a creative option. The creative part is another video. Be a man and woman of your word.
Yeah. Ooh.
Be a man and woman of your word.
That is
Airbnb dead, just like Toro and almost dead. Wow. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, man. That Airbnb thing, man, is not where it's at, bro.
Yeah.
It's not where that thing. Shar said happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much, Shar. Appreciate it.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. It's for sure. I mean, I think people they were just jumping into that Toro business before it really even ever took off. And some people were buying those cars creatively and they're stuck with the notes right now. And that's just what I mean when we mean about like do your research, like do some studying, know what you're getting into. Don't just jump on the next thing, the next trend, because the next, it's working for the moment. Like wholesaling been around forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we knew that. Like we were reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Absolutely.
Way back when, 20
Absolutely.
years. Well, I don't know what were 20. You were 20. It's like
20
years ago.
I was studying the
Rob was like, "Hey,
I
want to do. This is what I want to do. Every asset we acquire, we have, or every liability. Before we get a liability, we have to have an asset to pay for it." And it was like he didn't want to get any car notes until we had, he didn't want to get any car notes, but everything was if you have you have to have the asset to pay for the liability before you acquire that liability.
Absolutely.
And so wholesaling has always been around. Rich Dad Poor Dad, that was one of his things. Robert
Kiyosaki. Yeah. Because here's the thing too, and this is why I say I don't want to creative. Like there's a lot of people right now that found out about creative financing, and during that market that we just talked about was picking up stuff creatively, and they scaled too fast. And they was borrowing money from people, from private lenders and things like that. And what happened was they're probably a number within that 70,000 that's out of business right now, because in their mind, I'm going to be able to pay this all through the wholesaling business. But then when the hedge funds that they were selling a lot of their properties to crashed and burnt, when a lot of the buyers said, I'm not buying right now because the interest rates is too high, start playing the sideline. Right? Co-living is where it's at. I'm locked in. Yeah. Co-living right now is where it's at. So what happened is a lot of people got stuck holding the bag. So this is what they did. They wasn't able to wholesale no more and stuff like that. So what they started doing, they started defaulting on the mortgages. You know what I mean? And now you hurting people. And now you putting a stain on the game.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You putting a stain because once you start hurting people, and then it wasn't even intentionally, but they just couldn't. They scale too fast. That's why you got to scale and be intentional as to how you scale.
Yes.
Indicators. I said KPI. I said key performance analysis is key performance indicator. I messed that up earlier. That was on my mind the whole time. I was like, I said that wrong. I said that wrong.
I let you say it twice too. I'm sorry.
But no, guys. You want to be intentional. And that's why I said that's why I said, be a man and woman of your word. I tell people my word is more valid than my signature on that contract. You hear what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, like we've been around 20 years. You hear what I'm saying? People don't disrespect us. People ain't out here talking funky about us. And then they are, guess what? There's two sides to every story. You always going to have haters, but we always got into this business, man, because we wanted to basically treat people the way that we want to be treated. That property that I'm talking about, my son asked me earlier, like, oh, why you so, we let a property go today. Remember that one that went triple viral? The one with the roaches falling from the ceiling on me when I went in the door and all that? We just sold that one today. I barely made any money. I just let it go. Right? Because my peace, right? As you start to grow, guys, and you start to get up there in age, man, you will quickly realize that no money, no big house, no expensive car, the $1 million mansion, your peace is more valuable than all of that.
Right.
If it's costing you your peace, it's too expensive. Do a co-living man. I got you. Oh, I have one too on here. I have one on here, T. It's T. Yeah, I have one on here, man. Y'all got to share y'all real names with me, man. I want to call y'all by y'all first name, man. I'm like, it's T, But I have one on the channel. I did one with my man Jeff, but that's when I was kind of getting into it. Since then, I have my own. I have a few doors now, so I've learned a lot since then. And I talk about it a lot on my channel too, T, on my IG channel.
Yeah. Co-living is amazing too. Before we get back into, just having integrity and things like that, being man or woman of your word. Be a
man and woman of your word.
I still would look at co-living and all of these strategies as, don't even try to scale that too fast, because like with the Turo business, like with the Airbnb business, now this pad split thing is blowing up. Once again, this could be one of those things to where, hey, they start putting regulations in certain places. They say you can only have, like they did with Airbnb in Atlanta, you could only have a certain amount of co-living properties in Atlanta, right? What if you buy 10 in Atlanta? Mm-hmm. What would you, what would you do with the properties? What would you do with those mortgages that you have to pay because regulation has now come into place? So I just think that for me personally, I think that scaling too fast and before it really stands the test of time is just always, for me, risky.
And that's why we're going to talk about that more. We probably need to do another episode, guys, because we got to get ready to wrap up here soon. But to add on to what you just said, right? I like to add to that. Mm-hmm. When you underwriting, going back to underwriting, you shouldn't be underwriting contingent upon the property being a co-living property. Mm-hmm. You should be underwriting it based off of it being a long-term rental. So if all fails,
yeah, that's good.
If all fails, you can easily take down them doors and turn those properties back to the regular living rooms and dining rooms and rent that property out and still be able to cash flow. Yeah. So you shouldn't, we never underwrite, guys, contingent upon an exit strategy. And that been from the beginning of time. My team is trained like that. We don't underwrite based off of it being an Airbnb or what we can get off of a co-living property. We underwrite based off of it being a long-term rental. All right. Guys, we got to do a part 2, man. I'm not going to get through all of this. Not in this 1
hour.
Yeah, not in this 1 hour, guys. You know me, man. I just be trying to just give y'all as much juice as I can give y'all, man. You know what I mean?
I mean, sometimes it's this conversation. It's real estate conversation. And you can't always get it all out in that one session.
Yeah.
Because you're going to talk and, answer questions and things like that. So we definitely going to have to do another one. Want me to come?
Let's do it together.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you all want to see me.
Y'all want to see Catherine back here with me, man, and bring old Cat back to hold it down with your boy, man. They say good stuff. Look. Well, y'all want to know? We're gonna do a part 2, and I'm stopping right at what I talked about: ways to find buyers. So I think we need to do the next one on once you basically find these deals, how to find your buyers, and that should just be a whole one just within itself. You know what I mean? And if you guys had to start all over again in real estate, where would you start and what would you avoid?
Where would we start? Wholesaling.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Shar. If we had to start all over again, I would avoid fixing and flipping.
Yeah.
I would avoid fixing and flipping.
And it's not even because it was a nightmare for us, because it has not been.
No, it's been a blessing.
Flipping has been beautiful. We've had amazing times together and built even a stronger bond between ourselves and our kids, and even the knowledge of what we've learned in fixing and flipping was amazing. But it's just, for us, it's something we would avoid because the time. It just takes too much time, and the money is not.
And can I be real with you guys, man? Too much capital. Boom. You need to be plugged in with capital heavy, right? The real people that's really making money on these flips, guys, is not the flippers. Let me be real with y'all. Talking to an actual flipper who's been in this thing 20 years.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's not the flippers making the money. The Home Depots, the Lowe's, the contractors, the lenders. When the flipper lose, the lender still win. The lender never lose. Home Depot never lose. The contractors, if you have man and woman of integrity, never lose. You know what I mean? So think about it, guys. Like, it's too much risk. With wholesaling, it's 100% profit for the most part. Mm-hmm. The what you spend, your expenses compared to your gains are just infinite.
Yeah. And also, one other thing I would avoid, I wouldn't get any rental properties
until you have $300,000 plus in your savings.
Until we had like $300,000 in the savings. Yeah. I wouldn't have acquired rental properties too early in the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't do no rental properties. I wouldn't, and people gonna be surprised I say this, man, because I'm part of the whole sub-2 community movement and all of that stuff. But again, I wouldn't be buying too many sub-2 properties if you're not someone that's very experienced with that, right? And have stood the test of time with the ones that you already have. Because I think people got this syndrome to where they like, how many rental properties you have? The person, I got 7. And you're like, I got 17. I'm about to take down 3 more. I'm about to have 20. It's
cash flowing $200, $100 a month on
It's like, for what?
15 of them.
Even when I was sitting up here with a man who sold his business for like over 100 mil, right? My man Abraham, he said, yo, I don't make a lot of money off my rental properties. And here I am saying the same thing. I don't make a lot of money off my rental properties. Being straight out with you.
Mm-hmm.
But when I quick flip a deal, like the one I showed y'all on the podcast I did with the wholesaling, the strategy that's better than wholesaling, I gave y'all real examples. I compared the two, quick flip versus full renovations. Man, we've been killing it in the quick flip game. Y'all seen the numbers? So, you know what I mean? Like, make $50,000 in 2-3 weeks, right? Taking down the property, doing what Catherine just talked about, going in and having somebody like Catherine that understands the core design. You know what I mean? That just have that eyeball. Some things just like me as a visionary, I just don't have. You know what I mean? Catherine, she's not an integrator. She don't like calling herself an integrator, but she's my integrator. You know what I mean?
Aren't all wives integrators?
Man.
That's some.
And we go in and we flip these properties, guys, and it's like it's our main bread and butter. I told my son by fourth quarter this year, because he runs our wholesaling department. I told him, like, man, we like by fourth quarter this year, I don't think we're gonna be doing too much of wholesaling, period.
Mm-hmm.
Because we at a point now where scaling, we don't need to do that too much, because now we've learned how to raise capital and we have access to a lot of capital.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So we'll use the MLS to
use the MLS to dispo our deals. And the MLS is the biggest buyers list that anyone can possibly have.
Yes.
Straight up.
Amen.
Straight up. I have deals, guys. I put out a deal 3 weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago. I did it on my podcast, on my IG. It was the hoarder house next door. Right? It was a hoarder house. Everybody's like, don't buy that house. Don't buy that house. You know, I still purchased that house. We tried to wholesale that house. Nobody wanted the house. I tried to put it out for like $189,900. We ended up selling that house, guys, for $225,000.
Mm-hmm.
$15,000. We put it out for $209,900. It went for $15,000 over asking price.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who purchased it? Y'all ain't even gonna believe this. It was somebody that just wanted to live next to a family member who was already on the block.
Right.
Homestead buyer. Wasn't looking for a whole bunch of equity. They just wanted to be close to their family.
Mm-hmm.
Purchased that thing for I put it out. So think about it. I was only asking $189,900 for it.
Off the market.
Off the market. Purchased it.
Put it on the MLS.
Put it on the MLS.
Mm-hmm.
And $209,900 ended up getting $225,000, man. It's the biggest buyers list in the game, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we gotta get ready to land this plane, baby. This has been great, man.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been awesome. We're gonna do part 2 of this, man. If y'all want to see part 2 and how to find the buyers, how to coordinate y'all buyers, and how to make endless returns on your investment, man, I want y'all to leave a comment, whether you on Facebook, whether you on the YouTube channel. Make sure if you on IG, I can't see nothing y'all posting. Go to the YouTube channel, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to learn the game, you got to go to the YouTube channel, man. Gifted for interior design. Yes, she is, Shar.
Thank you, Shar.
Kat is definitely
part 2, please.
And she always,
for sure.
Yes,
I know who Shar is. I know. Yes, thank you so much, Shar. And you know what I will say about that design, just real quick. It is something I learned over time. I study a lot of magazines, a lot of other interior design, people who are in interior design. So I studied it. So I feel like anyone could learn it.
Yeah.
Anyone.
And you enjoy doing it, part 2. They saying
part 2.
They saying part 2. All right.
I'll be there.
Let's do it. And you enjoy doing it. And I think truthfully, you need to like link up with people that shine in the areas that you may necessarily not be your cup of tea.
Right. It's not
the core and all that is not my cup of tea.
Right.
I like being out in the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Catherine, man, she loves that decor stuff and we benefit from it. Me, the boys, we all benefit. And it helps us to sell our houses. Let's be real. Like people know, y'all see our before and afters. Everybody know us from that now, and it's really Catherine is the face. That's why I call her. That's why I say she's the move to the Met. See, a lot of people see me in the front line, right? They always see me with my boys and things like that, and sometimes, people just think that the wife is just this wife. You know what I mean? Sitting home and we bringing home the checks to the wife. There's just a lot of people be thinking that, but truth to the matter is, none of this would be possible without her. Like, no, for real. Like, not only, we didn't even talk about the team. We'll talk about that in part 2 too. Because Catherine, for the most part, runs the team. She's the one that keep the conveyor belt at float. You know what I mean? While I'm able to be a visionary and keep pushing the company forward because I'm a radical thinker and I'm always thinking of the next big thing. But Catherine comes in and say, okay, good idea, but hold on. You're being a little too radical. Let's focus on the things that you wanted to implement last week,
right?
Before you start talking about the next 10 things.
For real.
You get what I'm saying? Because I'm like,
yeah.
You said, let's go. All right, I came up with this great idea. You know what I mean? And look, all we gotta do, baby, is boom, 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 boom. She's like, okay, yeah,
right.
Listen, all right, cool. All right, now, babe, that's good. I feel everything you're saying. We can do that. But first, we need to go ahead and get finished the 4 flips that we're currently working on. I know you try to take over the world, but we need to finish out these 4 flips that we're currently working on and sell all 4 of those before we go and purchase, you know what I mean, the world. Like, we ain't on that. We ain't on that.
Yes, Proverbs 31 woman was an entrepreneur. Yes. Good. That's why it's important to marry right. That's for sure.
You better know it, man. I'm trying to tell you guys. All right, man. Guys, we out of here, man. Listen, again, make sure y'all go to the YouTube, comment, guys, like, subscribe, and we're going to bring part 2 to y'all soon, man. Let's continue to go and grow, guys. Baby, it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for being.
Love you, girl.
Thanks for joining us. Love you too.
Love you, baby. All right, team.